Hello there, everyone. How are you? I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Today we're talking about overcoming the fear of food. So I'm Kelsie Michaud, a health and life coach, and I help people to stop emotional eating so that they can just quit dieting and feel confident in their body and the choices that they make. So today, as we're talking about overcoming the fear of food, I was thinking like the last few months have been really filled with maybe a lot of anxiety around like this uncertainty of this pandemic that's been going on. Hi, Angela, how are you? And it seems like every day the news is, it's reporting something more unsettling than the day before. So with everything that's going on in the world, like it doesn't come as a shock really that you're probably going through a lot of stress right now. Hi, Pam, how are you? So, you're not going to be able to control all of the stress in your life. And the thing is, like, you can take charge of some of it, okay? We can't control it all, but we can do something about some of it. So you have to remember that you're in the driver's seat here, okay? You are your own boss. So, if you think about like weight loss, weight loss companies, they are absolutely aware of how stressed out you are and how stressed out you've been over, these past few months and all the anxiety that you've been feeling. So they use that to actually fuel your insecurities, okay? And you like think about it, like you may have been hearing lately more and more about weight loss without even realizing it, like on advertisements, like either on the radio or on TV. So like I say, like try not to let these companies overtake your thoughts because it's just added stress. So instead, like think about how wonderful your body has been to you over these past few months, okay? How has it helped you actually survive through this global pandemic? Because your body, it absolutely deserves to be celebrated. So another way that I was thinking that you could actually celebrate your body is actually through building trust. Build trust so that it actually, like I was thinking, you could think of your like a favorite food. Now I know this sounds maybe a little backwards because how can you build body trust when you're thinking about a favorite food that you want to consume? But I'm going to actually use pasta as an example, okay? Just an example here. And really, like if you've dieted, then more likely you're realizing that pasta has been demonized, okay? We know that. It's been demonized as an unhealthy food because why? Because it's a carb, right? That's why we demonize it. And this is really unfortunate because your body needs carbs. Your body needs carbohydrates. It's the main energy source for your body. It's the main source of fuel, okay? So, well, plus pasta is delicious too, and there's so many varieties, different varieties out there, and like fiber, for one, it's got tons of fiber in it, and it, depending on what kind you get, what brand you get, there's some that are higher protein. There's some nice chickpea pastas out there. There's some actual like veggie pastas out there that I absolutely love. There's like a green bean pasta. There's a black bean pasta, which is one of my favorites. And all of these are really high in protein. So they're not to be feared. They're to be welcomed and enjoyed. Okay, so speaking of like demonizing these foods, like the actual definition of demonizing is to portray as wicked or threatening. So before I actually started teaching intuitive eating, it had never occurred to me that there were foods that were being demonized by the diet industry. But as I got deeper and deeper into it, I was learning about diet culture and, all of the sneaky ways. And I came to find out that there's actually this really long list of foods that people just are like actually afraid of. They're afraid to eat. And people actually have a ton of food fear. Like have you ever heard yourself or anybody say something like, oh, I can't eat like bread. I can't eat bread because it's bad for me. Or I'm scared to eat ice cream because I'll gain weight. Or I'd love to eat some pizza, but I won't fit into my pants tomorrow. So, hi Chris, how are you? Chris, I would love to watch, but I have to get back to the morning show. Yes, usually I'm watching you on the morning show, and we're kind of back and forth sometimes. So, well, I hope you have an awesome day, and I will probably catch your replay later. So, most of this fear is actually around weight gain, okay? That's why we fear these foods to begin with. That's where it all starts. So, yeah, sometimes it's about our health, but a lot of the times it's masked as weight loss. Okay, so no one, and I mean no one, no matter what shape or size, should be afraid of food, or to be made to feel that you're wrong or that you feel bad for eating certain foods. Okay, so let's talk more about how you can actually have this freedom from this food fear, from fearing all these foods that you might have right now. So one of the ways to actually get rid of food fear is to learn to build this trust around that food. And that means that you have to actually eat that food, okay? And nothing you see that, eat the food, you'll see that nothing terrible happened because you're not going to gain 5 pounds overnight, right? And then you eat it again, and it's okay. So, I'm not talking about binge eating on it, of course. And I'm certainly not talking about, I'm not saying see it, want to eat it, just something like that, just on an impulse. But this is a big misconception about intuitive eating. Anyone who is hesitant to begin this journey, they usually think that they're going to just lose control around these foods. And I've said this just multiple times, and it definitely is worth repeating. Intuitive eating, it's not about that instant gratification. When you embark on a journey towards giving up dieting and reclaiming your food freedom through with this intuitive eating, then you're learning to rid your body of this food fear and that body worry. And that is what has had you stuck in your mind for so long, or maybe so many years and probably decades. It really is a feeling of freedom, because I literally feel like the weight has been lifted off my shoulders the minute I started eating intuitively. Intuitive eating, it's about the pleasure and the satisfaction in your meals without any guilt, none of that guilt or shame lying around, okay? It's about learning to just be more in tune with your body, turn inward to your body and listen to what your body needs and what it wants. And then you're able to trust it. I mean, think about for how many years will you be at war with food and your body? How many years have you already been at war with food and your body? Wouldn't it be so nice to just give yourself the gift around food peace? So if you're still curious about intuitive eating, or if you'd like to discuss your wellness goals further, then please feel free to reach out and we can figure out the best way for you to start your journey. So I hope that was helpful for you. If you have any questions at all, please reach out, pop it in the comments. And if there's no questions right now, I'm going to hop off. But I hope you all have a very beautiful day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.